Yes, I understand that every life must end. As we sit alone, I know someday we must go on. Oh, I'm a lucky man to count on both hands the ones I love. Some folks just have one, yeah, others they got none. Stay with me, oh, let's just breathe.
Over the past 12 years, I have realized all children need the same thing. They need to feel empowered. They need to feel accepted. They need to know people believe in their ability to exceed expectations and move across boundaries. They need to know adults will seek out their gifts and provide them the tools necessary to nurture those gifts. They need people to believe in them and to teach them how to use their talents to profoundly impact their communities, their world. Too many children in our small rural communities are not empowered. They are not inspired. They fall prey to poverty, to minimal expectations, to isolation, to brokenness. Their gifts are never discovered. Their confidence is never nourished. Reflecting upon years of research and my time in the classroom teaching high school students English, I realize the greatest barrier that lies between success and failure is literacy. My passion is seeking out ways to change systems that fail far too many of our students in our small towns. My passion is discovering ways to ensure every student is literate, a skill that catalyzes confidence and the ability to have a voice. Without a voice, how can students initiate change? How can they move the world forward in a positive direction? Our greatest leaders evoke passion with their voices, voices that are confident, moving, engaging. We must give this to our students. You see, as teachers and as members of rich communities immersed in tradition, it is our job to break down the cycle of illiteracy. With illiteracy comes poverty. With poverty comes brokenness, which manifests itself in so many ways. In our community, I have watched students drop out, turn to drugs, commit crimes, and become immersed in the criminal justice system. Few are rehabilitated. Many lose their lives to a world that accepts them, but destroys them. When all of our students are literate, it gives them collective confidence, catalyzes opportunity, and provides them the ability to make drastic changes within their communities. If all of our young people are not given the tools to succeed, how can they then profoundly impact our community? Dropout rates will continue to rise, crime will be rampant, and the cycle will continue. We must do all we can to intervene, even at the high school level, when literacy is not a main educational focus. It is our job to ensure they are empowered, and it is our job to ensure the cycle of poverty and illiteracy is squelched in Tuolumne County and rural towns across the United States. I remember Luke in high school. I remember his energy. I remember his leadership. I remember his sense of humor. And I remember when he came back to Somerville High to talk to our students. I remember how intently they listened to him. I remember when they came back to my classroom, how they spoke of him. They spoke of that same energy, that same fervor for life, that same sense of humor. But what really moved them, what really inspired them was his courage, was his passion. They wanted to live like Luke. They wanted to find their own passions, and they wanted to do everything that they could to ensure that they fulfilled those passions. I too was inspired. I too want to live like Luke. In finding my own passion, which is fostering literacy among our secondary students, I have decided to pursue a degree, a doctoral degree in education with a focus on curriculum and instruction. For the last year at the American College of Education, I have taken courses and conducted research on literacy in preparation for my dissertation. Next month, I will begin the process of writing my dissertation and conducting research on literacy. My goal is to help teachers in Tuolumne County, including myself, find the best tools necessary to reaching all of our students to ensure that every single student in our small community, every student in small rural communities across the United States are literate, to give them the tools, to give them the confidence to steer their way through life's greatest trials, life's greatest challenges, and to give them a voice as they continue to fight for equality and justice and make profound impacts on their own individual communities. This is my passion.